Hello! I hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday morning. My allergies have been kicking into overdrive, so I promise I have not been crying. My eyes have been watering and I'm all sniffly. January 1st every year, mountain cedar hits Central Texas like crazy, and I am miserable for the month of January. Hi, honey. My husband got on. Who else is on? Say hi. Oh, it looks like well, I guess whoever it was popped back off. Well, I'm just gonna wait another minute and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll just post it as a replay. Well, guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started then. So, this was a training that I've wanted to do for a couple months now, and it's just now finally been a time where I could sit down and type out all my notes and put it together and make it happen. So, the idea is that you have either a growth mindset or a fixed mindset, and these two different mindsets can impact your business, your relationships. Are you laughing at me? I think my husband's laughing at me. So, growth mindset versus fixed mindset. And a growth mindset or a fixed mindset can impact your business, your relationships, your day job. It can impact basically your whole life. And Carol Dweck, I think is how you say her name. It's Carol and then D-W-E-C-K. She is the leading pioneer of this concept of mindset, and she's a professor of psychology at Stanford University. She has a book called, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. So if you want more information, I highly recommend looking that up. So I first actually came across this concept in my day job as a special education teacher. I work with kids who have behavior disorders, so we do a lot of social skills and reframing your negative thoughts into positive thoughts and trying to change the way that they think. And so most of my students have what's called a fixed mindset, and we're wanting to get them to this growth mindset. So a fixed mindset, someone who has that believes that the qualities that are things like intelligence or talent, artistic ability, athletic ability, they are all fixed, set, and they cannot be changed. They believe you are born with these innate abilities, and if you don't have them, tough luck. They believe that high IQs and low IQs cannot be changed, and a person with a fixed mindset will experience failure and then take that failure, and it will cause them to doubt themselves, and it becomes a snowballing effect of self-doubt and failure, self-doubt and failure. A lot of times a person with a fixed mindset is going to be out to prove themselves, and they get defensive when someone suggests that a mistake has been made. A person with a fixed mindset has this desire to look smart, but then at the same time avoids challenges so that they don't have that failure. They will give up easily and believe that effort is pointless. A lot of times they'll ignore constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, and then they'll feel threatened by the success of others. So, just by being in a business like Amelia James already, most of us aren't really in that fixed mindset. Every now and then I feel that we probably can fall into that, but if you listen to what I say about the growth mindset, I think you'll find that a lot of us, just because we're in business, we're naturally kind of tend towards that growth mindset. So, a person with a growth mindset believes that abilities can be developed, that athletic talent, the artistic talent, high IQ, low IQ, that is something that can be developed and grown over time. A lot of times they'll picture it as someone, like when you go to the gym, you're not automatically strong. You have to build those muscles. So people with a growth mindset often think of their brain like a muscle, like other parts of their body. You have to grow and train it and strengthen it in order for it to become stronger. A person with a growth mindset will expect to improve their ability with time, effort, and work. So they believe, So a person with a growth mindset believes that failure shows us where we need to focus our time and to make those improvements to grow and strengthen your brain. They'll also show perseverance and resilience when errors are made. They embrace challenges and persist in the face of obstacles. Guys, I cannot talk today. Effort, I like this. It says, effort is a path to mastery in a growth mindset. I really like that. Effort is a path to mastery in the growth mindset. They will accept constructive criticism and learn from the success of others. Alright, doesn't that sound like a little more like you? I think it does. Just simply by being an entrepreneur, we tend towards that growth mindset. But that doesn't mean that we don't fall into that fixed mindset sometimes. So, and I thought this was pretty interesting. Carol Dweck, in her book, actually describes what happens in your brain when you have that growth mindset. So, when a person faces challenges and learns how to overcome them, they are making new neural pathways and connections in their brain. These pathways can only be created when effort is required and through adversity. So the only way to create those new neural pathways and new neural connections is through adversity. Say that again. The only way to create the new neural pathways is through adversity. These changes can be seen in brain imaging. So they did research studies where they took the participants and they were shown errors. Those who had that growth mindset had new neural pathways lighting up in their brain. Those with a fixed mindset did not. I mean, it's like MRI, brain imaging, like shows that this is true. So, what does this mean for you? You've got to learn to embrace that tough stuff. And it is hard. Man, it is hard. I get it. Any challenge, struggle, criticism, setback is a learning opportunity and a chance to grow stronger as a person. So, when you have that slow month, or when you have that live sale that doesn't turn out, or when you have that online party that no one comes to, or when you have that in-home event that nobody comes to, growth mindset takes that and says, okay, what did I learn from this? And how can I grow as a business owner and change this so that this doesn't happen again? And on my notes, I have here, I say it is so stinking hard, and to trust me because I get it. I let myself get down about my sales this month. And I even knew that there were reps left and right saying, man, my sales this month have been so low. My sales December has stunk. Oh my goodness, December was so terrible. But I still let it affect me. And I had the fixed mindset. I'm raising my hand. I had that fixed mindset. It's like, I can't do this. This isn't working. It's everybody else's fault. And then the past few days, I decided, you know what? No. I'm going to reframe this. I'm going to look at what did I do last month? What have I done this month? Last month, I went live. Had better consistency with my posting. And I had less meetings for my special education job, and the month of November was less demanding, I guess you would say, than December was. And so when I would get home, I had more energy in November than December, and so I did more for my business. So I was like, maybe it isn't the price or that nobody is buying. Maybe it was me. Maybe I didn't work my business the way that I know I should. I looked at what can I do in 2018 to start building my group and my sales again and put those plans in place. I went and researched how to grow my Facebook group. I went and researched and listened to podcasts and YouTube videos about direct sales and engagement and growing your online presence. I started creating those new neural pathways in your brain. I chose the growth mindset instead of that fixed mindset continuing to drag me down. And you know what? I turned around and sold $400 in 2 days. Still December. People are still on holidays. People are still on vacation. But I did it. It wasn't hard at all. I just had to go back to what I knew was successful and would work. So, if you're watching this and you're thinking, that fixed mindset person kind of describes me, I won't be like that. How do I change it? Good news is, you can change your mindset simply by being aware of it. I mean, that's just simply being aware that your mindset is fixed and you want to change it to that growth mindset to put you on the path to doing exactly that. When you find yourself having those fixed mindset thoughts, you stop and say, okay, I'm going to reframe this. And you do exactly like what I did. And take that fixed mindset thought of, it's the pricing, it's the people, they're not buying, it's this, I can't do it. You take it and you stop and you look at how can you reframe that. Simply acknowledging those negative thoughts and self-doubts puts you on that path to a growth mindset. Like I said, I turned around and sold that $400 in like 2 days simply by changing my mindset. I mean, yeah, I had to do some work, and I had to go out and do some research and stuff. But if I hadn't done that, if I'd stayed in that fixed mindset, I wouldn't have made those sales. I wouldn't have made those sales at all. The other really nice thing is that having a growth mindset allows you to love what you're doing. So instead of being obsessed about scores or numbers or rankings and stuff, which I know is important, don't get me wrong. We run a business, I get it. But it allows you to find success and joy in the process of getting to that point, not just in accomplishing that goal. The really, really cool thing is that you can apply these concepts to anything. Relationships, jobs, the business, your kids, your friends, your significant other. That's all relationships, I know. But a growth mindset in a relationship, the way that you do that is you show understanding and forgiveness, and you don't hold grudges. Any conflict, you take that as a learning moment, and you think, how can I learn from this moment right now? All relationships require work and effort, especially in our business. Relationships, customer service, you need to have relationships with your customers. If something happens, you have to learn from it. Learn from that interaction with your customers. The other thing is that a person with a growth mindset recognizes the importance of moving on and not holding those grudges and forgiveness. And then also they feel that desire to help others achieve their goals. So, I know that nobody's on right now. This was going to be the part where I did questions. So, if you will just drop a comment in the comments, and I will answer your questions as soon as I get around to it. Today's going to be a pretty busy day for me. I have shipping and invoicing from all those sales that I've got to get done because I go back to work on Tuesday. I will be doing a follow-up video to this called The Power of Yet, and it's all about reframing your thoughts and using the word yet. It's a pretty cool concept, and I think it's one that you guys will like. So, comment below with your questions. I will get those answered as soon as I can. I will be uploading this video to the main Team Courageous group. And, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Bye.